What's up, guys? I'm out here. It's pretty clear today. It's about 66 degrees. I'm here on the Burke-Gilman Trail. If you remember my walk with Zach, we were at the precipice of the Burke-Gilman. But one of the scary things about the Burke-Gilman Trail is that it's really a biking trail that people can walk on. It's kind of scary all the time. There's always these bikers. Right now I'm under I-5. You got the bridge right here. Very loud, especially during rush hour. But it's pretty cool just how big the bridge is. Like, whoa. But yeah, all these bikers, they're like Captain America in the Winter Soldier, like lapping people. But then like if they get stuck behind like a group of people, they always keep dinging their bell. But let's break this down for a second. You know those stickers on the back of cars that say share the road with a bicycle? Like they're basically telling the drivers like, let us go on the road, you know? There aren't a lot of drivers. I mean, there are some. There aren't a lot of drivers that just honk at bikers. You know, so like, why are they dinging at us? And while I certainly appreciate a ding to just let me know they're there, I mean, did you see that guy? Did you hear that guy? I had a jolt in my stomach when I heard a biker. I was like, whoa. But what I was saying was, I don't really mind when they ding to just let me know they're there. I mean, that's good, that's safety. But like, when they ding, like when they're behind people and stuff, I'm like, whoa, share the path. That's what the new thing should be, share the path. I know I've said this before, but the hierarchy for right-of-way should be who is exerting the most energy. So runners should have the right-of-way to everyone. I should get out of the runner's way. Now that doesn't always happen because runners have more momentum, so like they just kind of run around. Then comes the walkers, because like we're on our feet, you know, but then the bikers are last because they're just like, they're kind of riding along, you know, like what? I remember I was here with Issa and her friends for 4th of July, and I kept making this joke like, you know that gas works? And then no one found it funny, and I was like, what? But then I realized it was named after the gas works, and I'm like, oh, that makes so much more sense, because like Gasworks, I'm like, what an awkward name. But Gasworks Park leads us to our main feature of today's episode, Lake Union, one of the quintessential bodies of water in Seattle. What's interesting about Lake Union is it really is a lake, but it's also connected to the ocean. Before humans were here, the lake just kind of sat on its own. It was a lake of fresh water, but then to connect the boats to Lake Union, they had to make a canal. So now the Puget Sound kind of goes into Lake Union. Lake Union is Puget Sound, so there's an estuary there. The thing is, I don't know how much salt water and fresh water like mixed together. Like, is there an orca or something that like finds its way into Lake Union on accident? I presume they know when the salt just isn't as salty anymore, but you never know. Okay, this is very interesting. I was here the other day and this same drone was here and in the same location. But Lake Union is just the beginning of Seattle's most interesting area of water. I'm here at Portage Bay, which connects to Lake Union via that waterway right there, natural waterway. That's where the bridges go over. Think about how big that I-5 bridge is. Like, look how tall that thing is. Not to be confused with the University Bridge, just a little shorter. You might be able to see it, but yeah, it's much shorter. It's a drawbridge, which is pretty cool. And Portage Bay is not to be confused with the Montlake Cut. Now, this is a natural water feature right here. You do got a lot of boats here, but it's still a natural water feature. And it's pretty neat. There's like a freeway exit over there, 520 highway, and it goes over the like bay, which is kind of weird. You got the UW rowers out here, they're rowing. Going back to the height of that bridge, what's interesting is it's going over a body of water that's actually not that wide. Like, all things considered, that body of water is pretty small, but the bridge has to stay level and it goes on a hill. So they have to keep it level over that water until the land meets up with it again. This is the Montlake Cut right here, right next to Portage Bay. But here, it's a literal cut. They cut through this area of land to connect Portage Bay, connect Lake Union, connect Puget Sound to Lake Washington here. What I find most fascinating about this is like, what went into building this canal? How does one go about just digging up the earth to let more water in? Like, once you dig it up, won't the water like fall on you and stuff? It seems scary. And then we got the Montlake Bridge, another drawbridge, pretty cool. But like, what giant boats are going through there to Lake Washington, you know? Canals like this give me so many questions. Like, was it all just fine? They're like, okay, we're gonna build a straight thing here and it'll just connect. Like, or was there a lot more problems? I feel like there was a lot more problems, a lot more hard work put into this than it appears. I mean, not that it appears bad by any means, but it appears so good that you think like, oh, this must have been easy. But no, like, the reason why it appears so straight is probably because it was so hard. And another interesting thing about Seattle, I feel like the stairs are very steep. Like, if you're on the east side of Seattle with like newer development, I feel like stairs are more gradual gradual, even when they go with the land. But here it's just like they're really steep. It's very interesting. Here at UW Medicine, waiting for the stoplight. Now this is a fantastic section of the Burt Gilman Trail. You got this lip for walkers, you got the dashed lines for bikers. Everyone knows where they're going. I like this. I put my backpack on because I need to go to this review session for my psychology class. But I'm glad we were able to share a moment on the great part of the Burt Gilman Trail. The rest is a little scary for walkers, but that part's good. Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed something about the waterways. I know I posed more questions than I had answers, but I feel like there's just a lot of curious things about the waterways, the canals, and the natural lakes mixed with the ocean. That's pretty interesting. But yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this walk. I did. And I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. And I'll see you next time.